last week working on that tan when the Maxx Crosby deal got flipped on its head. He's headed back to the Raiders. Interestingly, a recent podcast, Aaron Donald was talking about the Crosby disaster. And I'm surprised by this take. Take a listen.
However it fell through, it didn't fall through, and now I'm back in your household again. For me, I'll feel uncomfortable. Now, I don't know how I feel, like, would I want to be there? Would I want to stay there? I'll be like, I'll kind of be more trying to figure something else to trying to go elsewhere, somewhere else. That's just me. I don't know how Max feel, but me personally, I don't know if I'll be comfortable in that building.
Yeah, no,
it's a weird take, isn't it?
I get both sides. I always think about this like it's jet fuel. Like if you're an actor and, you were not the first choice. They wanted to pick Denzel, but Denzel had another role, and you're an actor and you're like the third choice for a role. Well, it's employment and it's a great opportunity. And when you're a pro athlete, you're a little like an actor. You've got kind of a shelf life of being in your peak. And so to me, like if somebody wants me, I'm not even sure I care if an hour ago they didn't want me. Like I would bring in the chip on the shoulder, like I'll show you that your consideration to move me was a mistake. But that falls differently for different personalities. So I could see Maxx Crosby saying to hell with it, I don't care. And I also get Aaron Donald being like, no, you turned your back on me. Like loyalty matters to a lot of pro athletes. It does. I mean, being a pro athlete and a great one is a big sacrifice, and you want to feel like everybody's got your back. Unfortunately, in life, even in your own family, sometimes not everybody has your back. So I get Aaron Donald's take.
Well,
I genuinely don't get why people are struggling with this Maxx Crosby situation. I've covered him in depth. I've covered the Raiders extensively. I told you all weeks ago that Crosby was going to be traded and that he wanted out, because I actually watched his interviews and paid attention. Some Raiders fans got upset with me over that. They said I was putting words in his mouth, doing exactly what he claims to dislike. But honestly, the way everyone misread that interview was stunning. I sat through it. I listened to every single word. And while everyone else was saying, see, he said he doesn't want to leave, I'm sitting here thinking, that's not what came out of his mouth. He danced around it. He never gave a direct answer. It was painfully obvious to me. So I gave my take, and yeah, some Raiders fans weren't thrilled. But for the most part, me and Raiders fans get along great. I love what they've been building. That one take just rubbed a few people the wrong way. Now we're seeing this narrative get twisted. People are saying the Raiders turned their backs on him. That's not what happened. Maxx Crosby wanted out. Are you kidding me? He had a chance to go to the Baltimore Ravens. That's what he wanted at the end of the day. The appeal was going to a team built to win now, a team ready to compete. The Ravens, at minimum, are a lock to at least contend for their division, let alone make a Super Bowl run. Compare that to the Raiders, where everyone would be over the moon just to fight for a wildcard spot. So yes, he wanted to leave. He was ready to move on. That's the clearest thing in all of this. And look at his reaction after the trade. It was textbook. I love you, Raider Nation. You mean everything to me. My heart's still with you. But also, it's time to move on. Time to get after it in Baltimore. It wasn't disbelief. It wasn't I can't believe this happened, I thought I'd retire a Raider. That's not how this played out. So this whole idea of whether he'd feel comfortable in that building, the only reason there'd be any discomfort is if he had explicitly said he wanted out and then got stuck there. But Maxx Crosby knows how to handle complicated emotions. He's dealt with far trickier situations in his life. I'm not concerned about that. If anything, he should feel a ton of gratitude. And knowing his background, gratitude is something they emphasize constantly. The best attitude to have. So if anything, this situation reminds me of something, whether it's sports or personal life. You ever spent time with someone you really wanted to be around, but they just weren't that into you? Maybe it didn't click, maybe they didn't treat you well. Then you go spend time with people who genuinely enjoy your company, who actually value your presence. It's night and day. Suddenly you feel this rush of gratitude. Like, oh, this is what it's like to be around people who actually want me here. I've felt that myself, whether in personal relationships or playing for coaches. Some coaches make you feel like they actually want you to succeed, they appreciate having you, they empower you to lead. Other coaches make you feel like they'd rather have anyone else. The difference is massive. So reportedly, and I don't know how true this is, First Things First kind of loosely mentioned it, there was some uncertainty about whether Crosby had to fly commercial. Everyone thought that was wild. Then it turned out he flew private, and reportedly the Raiders covered it. Just that alone, I'd be sitting there thinking, man, the Raiders took care of me. Las Vegas took care of me. The gratitude would be overwhelming. Honestly, watching clips like Aaron Donald launching a podcast, Everyone's Got One, my immediate reaction is just gratitude. Especially because Raiders fans have been incredible to me. I'm just thankful anyone watches anything I put out. There's so much content out there. So many podcasts, so many YouTube videos. The fact that you click on any of mine, I've got nothing but gratitude. I watch a bunch of sports shows and movie and TV content on YouTube myself. There's a sea of it. Technically, I could skip the ones I watch and watch 100 others instead. But I choose the ones I do because I genuinely like them. So I feel nothing but gratitude for every video, every view, every comment, every like, anything you send my way. Because there's a whole ocean of other stuff out there. So it's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And I'm telling you, Maxx Crosby is feeling that same gratitude right now. I know it. Not a doubt in my mind. He's grateful to the Las Vegas Raiders. And he wants vengeance against the rest of the NFL. I promise you that. He's just become Batman, and the Raiders are his Alfred. That's where we're at. There's not going to be any awkwardness. These are grown men. It's a business. They know how to handle it. Everyone involved is making millions upon millions. Not just the players, but the people managing these moves, the people Crosby is talking to. Everyone's living a pretty great life. So comfortability? That's not an issue here. Even the way this was handled before the trade, leading up to it, everything except the actual reversal of the trade, pretty much everything Baltimore did and everything Las Vegas did was handled perfectly. The way Maxx handled it, the way the Raiders handled it. The Raiders seemingly wanted to keep him. Maxx wanted to move on. And while it was all playing out publicly, Maxx said all the right things. So did the Raiders. The Raiders basically said, hey, we really want to keep you. And Maxx said, I think it's best we part ways. And that was it. It wasn't like what happened in Cleveland, where the owner refused to meet with Myles Garrett. All that nonsense. None of that happened here. Not any of it. Both sides handled it perfectly. Perfectly. And now they're navigating the aftermath perfectly. Maxx is saying the right things. Las Vegas is saying the right things. Maxx is taking care of Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is taking care of Maxx. So don't try to stir up this narrative about whether I'd feel comfortable in that building. Luckily, you're not in that building. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you all think about Maxx Crosby and the Las Vegas Raiders? Would you feel uncomfortable? How do you feel about how this whole situation has played out? Obviously, we don't need to keep hyper-focusing on Baltimore, but just the overall timeline of events and what it means for how anyone should feel inside that building. Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get some discussions going. Let's get into a few debates. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you be part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing that. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, it really helps with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.